welcome back to SkywayTj. The year of 2024 is almost over, and with that, we've come to the end of the most important thing that ever happened in a year, movie season, movie watching for the year. 2024 movies are done. There are no more releases to come out this year. We are done. And with that, I have my top 10 movies of the year. Now, full disclosure, these are not going to be your favorite movies. These are my favorite movies that I watched this year. I didn't watch every single movie that came out this year. It's impossible. We'll never be able to do that, most likely. But without further ado, these are the 10 movies that hit me the most, and they are my top 10. Let's hop into it. At number 10, I have We Live in Time. This is a movie that stars Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh, piecing together this couple's beautiful story in a non-linear fashion. So we get to watch these people meet, fall in love, go through hardships, sickness, health, death, marriage, all that jazz. It's told in a non-linear style, and watching this movie made me incredibly emotional and sad inside. It's an incredibly good time. It's well shot. It's well made. I think Andrew and Florence have amazing chemistry, and yeah, I wasn't expecting this to be my top 10 for the year, but it just did. It's fantastic. I loved every moment of it, and it made me cry a little bit. So, had to put it here. At 9, we have Alien Romulus. I just watched all the Alien movies this year in preparation for Alien Romulus, and I was a bit worried that Romulus wasn't gonna be good, but to my shock, it's one of the best movies in the franchise. Kaylee Spaney does an amazing job as our lead character. She's amazing. Yes, she has very similar characteristics as Ripley, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. The main complaint that people have about this movie is that it copies too much from the other movies, but those movies are good, and I don't really see that it being that big of an issue. The final act of this movie goes batshit fucking crazy. I love Alien Romulus. I love the Alien franchise. The Xenomorph is one of the coolest designs ever, and this is one of the best horror movies this year. So yeah, I have Alien Romulus. I really, really enjoyed it. Can't wait to see where they go in the future. At number 8, we have Challengers. I watched this one late. I did not get to watch it in a theater, so I missed the initial hype, but I finally watched it on streaming, and I fully understand why people enjoy this movie. The 3 leads in this movie, especially Zendaya, give fantastic performances. It's a very, very good movie. I love the soundtrack. I love the shots that they do. They do some very interesting shots in this movie. This director, Luca, he just knows what he's doing. He's a fantastic filmmaker, and I never get sick of watching his work at this point. So yeah, Challengers, it's going to be on a lot of people's top 10s, but that's fine. It's a great movie. It deserves to be there. 7 is a movie I never, ever would have expected to walk out of the theater saying, that was amazing. It's one of the best movies I've seen this year, and that's Wicked. Full disclosure, going into Wicked, I only knew that it was a Broadway play and that it was about the Wicked Witch of the West. I wasn't expecting to come out of there just thinking like that was one of the best musicals I've ever seen. The songs have been stuck in my head now for 2 damn months. It is so goddamn good. Ariana Grande does an excellent job as Glinda, and Cynthia Erivo steals the damn show as Elphaba. It's a fantastic movie. I cannot wait for part 2 next year. I'm fully in on it. My girlfriend is mad at me because I kind of spoiled the ending to part 2, but it's fine. I cannot wait to see that in movie form. Wicked is so good. At number 6, I have Snack Shack. This is a movie that came out on streaming. I don't think it really had a theatrical release, and this movie is incredible. It's about 2 friends who they do little schemes, and they decide to run a snack shack at the local pool for the summer to raise money. Tells the story of these 2 kids, their relationships with each other, a relationship with a girl. Growing up, it's a coming-of-age story that I really, really enjoy. It kind of reminds me of childhood just a little bit. Maybe I'm just feeling nostalgic for youth or something, but I think this movie is very well made, very well directed. It just feels right. The characters feel like they're actually teenagers and like human beings. It just feels genuine to me. So I have Snack Shack here. I think it's an amazing film. I wish more people had seen it, but yeah, Snack Shack. All right, so these top 5 I've all given 5 out of 5 stars. I think they're amazing films, and I would watch them in a heartbeat again. And number 5 is Boy Kills World. This is a movie that came out very early on in the year, and it honestly didn't do that well performance-wise or box office-wise and everything. It has Bill Skarsgård in it, and it stars him as a silent protagonist who has the voice of H. John Benjamin in his head. Ball's Burgers. Yeah, it's a revenge story about this kid who he wants to take out the elite family that killed his parents or something. The action in this is so good. The comedy in it is really good. And this is a movie that just feels like it was like handcrafted for me and the type of movie that I really enjoy. I love this movie. I know I rated it way too high. I don't care. It's a movie to me that just spoke to me. I don't know. I love it. It's on my list. It's not on anybody else's, and that's fine. I think it's a great time, and I had a lot of fun watching this, so that's why it's this high. At number 4, I have Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Full disclosure, I knew going into this movie that this would probably crack my top 10, and it did. It's probably the best Sonic movie we've got so far. I've rated Sonic 1 and 2 both 5 stars, and I'm probably biased just because I really love the characters so much, but I think these movies are incredible. These are what the MCU wishes they still were. They're fantastic fun. They're basically superhero movies, and they're fantastic. Sonic 3 in particular, really, you could tell the inspirations are from anime and other big superhero franchises. And yeah, Shadow being voiced by Keanu was an excellent addition to this franchise. Sonic 3 is so fucking good. And Jim Carrey, we can't talk enough about Jim Carrey and how he did 2 roles, and he's at the top of his game here, and I love that he keeps coming back for these movies. It warms my heart for some reason. I don't know. And the post-credit scene, if you haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil it, but it got me so fucking hyped for Sonic 4. Sonic 3, it's so good. I love that movie. Okay. At number 3, I have The Wild Robot. I didn't know DreamWorks had this sauce left in them, but this is the most beautiful animated movie that came out this year. And there was a lot of good animation this year. But for me, The Wild Robot was perfect. It's everything I wanted in a story. It's well animated. It's a beautiful story about motherhood. And I just loved it. It's an incredible movie. I can't say enough good things about it. Everybody deserves to see it. I feel bad for people who didn't get to see it on the big screen. But if you can watch it at home, you need to watch The Wild Robot. It's fantastic, great voice cast, great animation. It's perfect. It's a great movie. At number 2, I have Long Legs. The Long Legs moment this year, like the month that Long Legs was trending, was some of my favorite of this year. I think Long Legs is a great crime cop procedural. It's creepy. The shots where you're looking behind in every frame to see if you can see the devil or whatever. Nicolas Cage being an unhinged little creepy little bitch. I think Micah Monroe did a wonderful, fantastic job in this movie. It's an incredible, scary, eerie time. It's not even that scary. It's just eerie and makes you uncomfortable. And that's what I was looking for with Long Legs, and I loved it so much. It's one of the best horror movies this year. It might be the best horror movie this year. It's fantastic. I love it so much. But my number 1 this year is Anora. I went into this movie, I just thought, I really didn't even know what I thought. I knew it was about a stripper who got mixed up in like a crime family or whatever, and that is true. But I thought it was gonna be more focused on like something else, like the sex worker part. But no, it's first of all, it's hilarious. It's funny as hell. Like, this movie got the most laughs out of me in the theater this year. It is hilarious. Mikey Madison does this fantastic job of portraying this character where you feel bad for her in moments and you also want to laugh at her in other moments. She is incredible. She deserves all the awards she's getting so far, and if she doesn't get nominated for Best Actress at the Oscars, it's just wrong, because she deserves that 1,000%. Yeah, Anora is amazing. It's on streaming right now. If you haven't watched Anora, I beg you to watch Anora. It became my number 1 almost instantly as soon as I walked out of the theater. I loved it so fucking much. It's an incredible movie. Well, guys, those were my top 10 favorite movies of 2024. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please drop a like, subscribe for more. I make videos every single Friday. Yeah, we're at the end of 2024, guys. The channel is doing better than I ever could have expected. I really, really enjoy that. Thank you very much. We will be continuing doing this type of content in 2025. I'll never stop yapping about movies. I will be here next year. I hope to see you guys then. Have a safe New Year, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.